Have you ever unknowingly walked into the intricate trap of a narcissist, completely unaware? Personality disorders like narcissism are often shrouded in mystery, rarely discussed in schools or casual conversations. This lack of awareness leaves many vulnerable to their charm and manipulation. Realizing you're in such a toxic dynamic is not easy. It takes immense courage to face the harsh truth. The relationship you once cherished has turned into a painful cycle of manipulation and control. Admitting this means confronting the fact that you've been exploited, reduced to a mere pawn in someone else's game, a bitter and humiliating realization. Narcissists are master performers, seamlessly switching between two personas, the polished facade and their true, darker self. The side you see depends entirely on how deeply you ventured into their world. At first, they captivate you with their stage persona, charming, intelligent, kind, and seemingly perfect. Their charisma is magnetic, making you believe they're the best person you've ever met. Think back to when you first encountered them. Did they shower you with compliments, promise you the moon, and paint a rosy future together? If so, you were likely ensnared by their carefully crafted mask. But as time passes, the mask begins to slip, revealing their true nature. Those who've known them longest, family members or close colleagues, might describe a completely different individual, selfish, manipulative, and emotionally draining. Over time, you don't need anyone else to expose them. Their true self becomes evident. However, this revelation is just the beginning of the challenges ahead. You'll face their cunning manipulation and emotional weaponry, leaving you feeling disoriented, powerless, and trapped. Narcissists are adept at adapting their image to suit their agenda. At times, they'll play the pitiable victim, evoking your sympathy and protective instincts. Other times, they'll become aggressive and intimidating, using fear to dominate and control. They never apologize, never seek reconciliation, and thrive on the suffering of others, seeing it as proof of their power and superiority. This behavior stems from deep-seated psychological flaws. Narcissists often have an inflated sense of self-importance, believing they are omniscient and infallible. This mindset prevents them from admitting fault or taking responsibility for their actions. In their world, they are always right, always perfect, and see no reason to apologize. Moreover, their lack of emotional empathy makes them indifferent to the pain they inflict on others. They may even derive satisfaction from others' suffering, viewing it as a testament to their dominance. If you serve as their primary source of validation, they won't let you go easily. They might lure you back with empty promises and superficial acts of care, claiming they've changed. But don't be fooled. Beneath the surface, they remain the same selfish and manipulative individual. It's like the old saying, the wolf changes its coat, but not its character. Narcissists are masters of disguising themselves to appear harmless or even benevolent, but their core traits remain unchanged. They view the rules as something for others to follow while exempting themselves entirely. Understanding the true nature of narcissists can free you from unrealistic expectations. Hoping they'll apologize or change is futile. Instead, arm yourself with knowledge and strategies to protect your well-being. While you can't change a narcissist, you hold the power to decide how you respond to them. Your strength lies in recognizing the manipulation and choosing to walk away from the storm. Step 1. Sever all ties and move on. This is one of the most effective ways to strike at the heart of a narcissist's grandiose yet fragile ego. Your decision to leave will ignite their fury and obsession. They won't understand how someone they perceive as weak prey could dare to cut off the very supply that fuels their distorted sense of self. But when I say sever all ties, I mean a complete and thorough disconnection. Block them on all platforms, mutual friends, phone numbers, email, and social media, and remove yourself from their life entirely, as though you never existed. This step is crucial because once they realize you're gone, they'll unleash a relentless campaign to provoke a reaction. Every weapon in their arsenal will come into play: texts, emails, social media posts, and endless phone calls. You might find yourself bombarded with messages that range from innocent-sounding inquiries to desperate pleas, or even outright accusations designed to manipulate and guilt-trip you. But their attempts won't be confined to digital spaces. If texts and calls don't work, they may escalate to physical appearances, showing up at your home or workplace without warning. In these confrontations, they'll try to corner you, demanding your attention, pressuring you to engage, and attempting to regain control over the situation. However, cutting ties is a double-edged sword. To execute this step effectively, you must commit wholeheartedly and draw strength from your decision. Your choice to leave should be rooted in a genuine desire to free yourself from their toxic influence, not as a tactic to exact revenge or provoke regret. If lingering emotions or resentment remain, you risk being pulled back into their manipulative cycle, where their grip on you will only tighten, making escape even more difficult. Always keep in mind that the ultimate goal is not revenge but liberation, restoring your peace and reclaiming your happiness. Stay firm, focused, and resolute as you move toward a life free from their control. Step 2. Embrace the gray rock approach. What if cutting all ties with a narcissist isn't possible? Perhaps you're bound to them through family, work, or unavoidable circumstances. In such cases, the best strategy is to adopt what psychologists call the gray rock approach, essentially transforming yourself into an unresponsive, emotionless presence during interactions. This involves mastering control over your emotions, staying calm, and refusing to react to their manipulative tactics. Picture yourself as a neutral, emotionless entity engaging only as much as is absolutely necessary, without offering any personal thoughts, feelings, or vulnerabilities. Of course, this is easier said than done, especially when dealing with someone adept at exploiting your weaknesses. Narcissists are skilled manipulators who know exactly how to provoke a reaction. They may hurl accusations, insults, or cruel comments aimed at reawakening past emotional pain, all in an effort to elicit an emotional response. They thrive on this reaction because, for them, your emotional turmoil is their reward. When a narcissist is in the mood to stir up conflict or drama, every word they say becomes a calculated move to ensnare you. Whether it's undermining your self-esteem, twisting your words to make you feel misunderstood, or provoking you into a defensive stance, their goal is singular: to make you feel powerless, insecure, or broken. Once they achieve this, their sense of superiority is restored. The key here is to resist the bait. Don't engage, defend yourself, or try to reason with them, especially during heated moments. Logic and reason hold no sway with a narcissist in such a state, and any response you provide will only fuel their manipulative games. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You hold the power to disrupt their script simply by refusing to respond. Remaining calm and detached robs them of the emotional reaction they crave, restoring your sense of control. Seneca, another great Stoic thinker, noted, "True power lies in mastering oneself, not in mastering others." Your indifference becomes your strongest shield, preserving your mental energy while rendering their attempts to manipulate ineffective. Take a deep breath, stay grounded in your values, and remind yourself, there's no need to win against them. The greatest triumph is safeguarding your peace of mind. Step 3. Prove you can thrive without them. The most powerful way to make a narcissist regret their actions isn't by trying to change them or seeking revenge. It's by showing them that your happiness and confidence don't depend on them. Take to heart the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. You have the power to decide how you respond to life's challenges, and your happiness comes from within. Shift your focus back to yourself and reclaim your role as the main character in your story, rather than remaining a side note in their manipulative narrative. Surround yourself with people who genuinely care for you, those who appreciate you for who you are, and not for what they can gain from you. Building authentic relationships based on mutual respect and understanding will provide the emotional support you need to heal and grow. As Epictetus aptly put it, true fulfillment comes not from others, but from living in harmony with your values. Take time to rediscover the things that bring you joy and nurture your well-being. Plan trips with friends, reconnect with nature, learn something new, or simply enjoy quiet moments of reflection with a favorite book or movie. These small acts of self-care will help you gradually rebuild your sense of self-worth. As you focus on your own growth, you'll come to see that the narcissist only brought deceit and toxicity into your life. You don't need love that controls or manipulates you. You deserve freedom, genuine happiness, and healthy, supportive relationships. Seneca's words resonate here. A truly free spirit knows how to reject what harms them and embrace what helps them flourish. Reject the toxicity that weighs you down and open yourself to opportunities that bring growth and positivity. As you rebuild your life, you'll find strength and confidence you never realized you had. You'll no longer be haunted by their manipulation, and you'll move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. In doing so, you not only affirm your value but also deliver a clear, unspoken message: you're thriving, and you deserve far better than what they could ever offer. By standing tall and happy in your freedom, you reclaim your life, and without lifting a finger, you leave the narcissist to realize the true magnitude of their loss. Step 4. Protect your worth by refusing to apologize unjustly. Narcissists are experts at manipulating emotions and distorting reality, often twisting situations to convince you that everything is your fault. Through cutting remarks, half-truths, or even enlisting others to support their narrative, they create an illusion where you appear to be the one in the wrong. But as Marcus Aurelius wisely said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Understanding that their behavior stems from their fragile ego allows you to see the truth. The problem lies with them, not with you. If you've ever apologized to a narcissist, you've likely felt an overwhelming sense of guilt, even when you weren't at fault. Narcissists thrive on planting seeds of doubt, making you question your worth and abilities. But recognize this for what it is: a manipulative game. You are not the one to blame. You've been the target of their unjust criticisms, calculated indifference, and emotional schemes. As Epictetus reminds us, no one can harm you without your consent. Reclaim control over your thoughts and refuse to let them manipulate your sense of self. Your worth is intrinsic. It isn't defined by their validation or accusations. This doesn't mean ignoring your own mistakes, but it does mean standing firm in your truth without relying on their skewed perspective. True self-respect comes from living authentically, not from seeking the approval of someone who thrives on control. Seneca captured this sentiment perfectly. A strong soul is unshaken by either praise or blame. Despite their outward arrogance, narcissists are often deeply insecure individuals. Their inflated pride is merely a mask concealing shame and inner turmoil. While they crave love and acceptance, they lack the ability to foster genuine connections. Recognizing their struggles may stir compassion, but it doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save them. Instead, as Stoic philosophy advises, focus on what you can control: your reactions, your peace, and your well-being. The most powerful tool you have when dealing with a narcissist is a deep understanding of your own worth. Would allow their manipulation to erode your confidence. Build a life where you are valued and surrounded by those who accept you without conditions or demands. Day by day, you'll come to realize that your happiness and completeness are independent of their presence. Breaking free from a narcissist's grip is more than an act of liberation. It's a profound affirmation of your strength. This journey isn't just about reclaiming your peace, it's about rediscovering your true value. And in this journey, you are the hero of your own story, standing tall and unshaken. In the end, the one thing a narcissist never anticipates: the key to unlocking your freedom is your awakening. The moment you recognize your true value, conquer your fears, and step out of their manipulative cycle, you claim victory in the psychological battle. They once believed with unwavering arrogance that they could keep you under their control indefinitely. They were convinced you would remain ensnared in their web, relying on the hollow promises and deceptive emotional bait they dangled. But you've defied their expectations. You chose a different path, a path leading to freedom, joy, and inner peace. You rediscovered your self-worth and embraced self-love. You began to cherish the beauty of life and nurture healthy, supportive relationships. And this is what a narcissist regrets most: They regret losing someone who once fed their ego and served as a source of validation. They regret no longer being able to manipulate or dominate you. But more than anything, they regret allowing you to grow stronger, more self-assured, and genuinely happier than they ever anticipated. So keep moving forward. Continue building a life filled with success, pursuing your passions, and sharing your positive energy with those who truly matter. This is the ultimate way to rise above a narcissist, not through revenge, but by thriving, living freely, and embodying happiness and independence.